Since the beginning of the foundation of cinema, viewers have been presented with many impressive science fiction films. And like any established genre, science fiction offers a multitude of variations of non-standard plots. Since it is impossible to choose just one perfect film, here are a few projects that amaze not only with their visual components, but also with their plot twists. Prospect. The film marks the feature-length debut of two directors, Zeke Earl and Christopher Caldwell. Formally, it's an independent science fiction movie, but in reality, the film more closely resembles a sci-fi western. At the heart of the plot is the story of a daughter and father who travel to a distant planet in search of precious minerals hidden within the depths of dangerous forests. However, it soon becomes apparent that there are other people on the planet looking to improve their financial situation. Eventually, the entire operation turns into an attempt not only to survive, but also to reach the precious minerals, in pursuit of which they lose more than they find. This is a fascinating film imbued with psychological depth about human passions that follow people even far beyond the limits of Earth. The project's execution is of a high standard, and the atmosphere of the events makes the film an unusual creative project that will undoubtedly find its audience. The Midnight Sky. The plot of this movie is based on the novel Good Morning Midnight by Lily Brooks Dalton. This is George Clooney's seventh full-length project as a director where, on the eve of his 60th birthday, he contemplates how the world might end. In the story, Clooney plays a scientist who has spent his life studying the universe and trying to understand its origins. However, when a mysterious catastrophe occurs on Earth, he refuses to leave his Arctic laboratory, having discovered that a ship carrying astronauts is approaching. He attempts to contact the ship to prevent it from landing on his home planet. In addition to the wandering ship, viewers will be treated to numerous flashbacks about a lost past and the pivotal moment when the protagonist chose his job over his family. The movie turns out to be a rather unique story about alienation, filled with symbolism. It can be praised for its futuristic design elements, compelling visuals, and cinematography. The Host. The plot of this movie is based on the adaptation of Stephen E. Meyer's book of the same name. The planet is attacked by an army of bodiless, and therefore very dangerous creatures that enter the human body, displacing the mind and soul of the previous owner. Most of humanity has already died, and now one creature is trying to take over the body of a young girl. However, the unexpected happens. They will have to coexist in the same body. The creators develop a typical sci-fi scenario about an invasion of body snatchers with two conflicting personalities in one body. In addition to the dynamic and colorful spectacle, the project includes elements of an adventure action movie. The Host is a rare example of the utopian direction in science fiction, and is quite an interesting specimen in its genre. The movie is not very violent. Overall, it is quite calm and thoughtful, focusing on philosophical themes. High Life. The movie is set in the future, far away from our solar system. It's about a spaceship crew on a special mission. The crew is made up of young men and women who are criminals serving life sentences. Robert Pattinson and the others are part of an experiment to explore a black hole, and they are told they will be freed at the end of their mission. However, Pattinson and the others also become part of a reproductive experiment without their choice, and Pattinson ends up having a daughter. The story is deep and ambitious, touching on themes of human kindness and the feeling of hopelessness when faced with a disaster. It overall acts as a commentary on how societies control birth rates. The director, Claire Denis, has created a drama that looks at the big decisions people have to make in life. Ex Machina. The movie is a psychological thriller, and Alex Garland's first work as a director. He chose to tell the story in one place with just 4 characters. It's about a programmer who takes part in a special experiment. He needs to interact with the first ever real artificial intelligence, which is in the body of a beautiful female android. The main tension in the movie comes from this clash between human and artificial intelligence. Although the movie might not be the best ever made on this subject, it still stands out as serious science fiction without blending too much into other genres. There are some expected plot twists, but they don't take away from the overall story. In the end, we get a deep and thoughtful story that's carefully planned out and focuses a lot on the conversations between characters. Solaris. A remake of Andrei Tarkovsky's 1972 film of the same name, based on the novel by Stanislaw Lem. The movie is set in the not-too-distant future across the vast expanses of the immense universe. An experienced psychotherapist, played by George Clooney, arrives at the space station of the planet Solaris to investigate the reasons behind the mysterious behavior of the scientists working there. He is disheartened by the news of the mysterious death of the group's leader and later encounters even stranger phenomena. Providing a reasoned analysis of the events becomes increasingly difficult as the laws of Solaris defy any rational explanation. Despite being a very tense and somewhat depressive movie, it stands out as a solid project and remains a benchmark example of philosophical science fiction. Synchronic. The movie is a science fiction thriller about two ambulance doctors who encounter a series of mysterious deaths. It soon becomes apparent that the cause is a new drug that enables people to travel through time. The drug acts directly on the brain, facilitating a short journey across centuries, where in just 7 minutes, an individual must travel back and forth. However, only a few are able to survive and return to the present. While this movie may not be the most remarkable in its genre, the director still has some surprises in store. The film is an exploration of genre, with existence as its backdrop, vividly exploring new possibilities of temporal paradoxes. Yet science fiction serves merely as a pretext to discuss themes that are timeless, transcending any boundaries. It's a compelling movie that challenges genre conventions. Time travel is presented as a dangerous and melancholy odyssey, akin to the experience of taking drugs. These were science fiction movies. If you liked this video, then don't forget to put a like, subscribe to the channel, and click on the bell. Thanks for watching, and good luck to everyone.